Could the Golden State Warriors be on the verge of a blockbuster trade that could change the landscape of the NBA? Rumors are swirling about a potential acquisition involving a superstar who could elevate our team to new heights. Imagine pairing one of the league's most iconic players with our own Stephen Curry. Stay tuned as we dive into the latest buzz and what it could mean for our championship aspirations. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button to stay updated on all things Warriors. The Golden State Warriors are making waves in the NBA trade rumor mill as we approach the winter deadline. Fans are buzzing about potential moves that could reshape the roster and catapult the team back into contention. With the franchise actively seeking star power and solid role players, the speculation surrounding players like LeBron James, Jimmy Butler, and Zion Williamson is heating up. LeBron James has been a hot topic among Warriors fans. The idea of pairing him with Stephen Curry is both tantalizing and almost surreal. Reports have indicated that the Warriors are indeed interested in LeBron, with credible sources, including his agent, confirming that conversations have taken place. I can't help but feel divided about this. On one hand, LeBron is still putting up impressive numbers, averaging 22.8 points, 8.0 rebounds, and 9.1 assists this season. But let's be real, acquiring him would require a significant sacrifice of assets. Plus, with his no-trade clause, the ball is really in his court. Do we really believe this deal is feasible? It feels like a long shot, but you can't ignore the possibility of LeBron in a Warriors jersey. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Now, Butler seems more realistic compared to LeBron. The Miami Heat star is reportedly looking for a way out, and the Warriors could be an enticing destination. Averaging 18.6 points and providing a strong defensive presence, Butler could be just what this team needs alongside Curry. But let's face it, the concern is Butler's age and his impending free agency. If the Warriors were to pull the trigger, it might mean parting with key assets like Andrew Wiggins or Jonathan Kuminga. Is it worth the risk for a player who might not stick around long-term? I'm torn here, folks. What do you think? Is Butler the missing piece? Now, let's talk about Zion Williamson. While there aren't explicit rumors linking him to the Warriors, the idea has sparked some interest, especially with reports suggesting the Pelicans no longer consider him untouchable. However, with Zion's injury history, is he the right fit for a win-now team like Golden State? The potential trade could involve Wiggins and Looney, but given the Warriors' current trajectory, I'm not convinced they'd want to gamble on his health. It's high-risk, low-reward territory, and I'm skeptical of this move. There have also been discussions around role players like Cam Johnson and Dorian Finney-Smith. While the Warriors explored a deal involving Dennis Schroeder that could have brought Johnson to the Bay, they ultimately held firm on Kuminga, which leaves us at a crossroads. If the Warriors find themselves in dire need of reinforcements later this season, Brooklyn could still be a viable trade partner. But for now, it feels like the focus has shifted. Moving on to Nikola Vucevic, the Chicago Bulls center has been linked to the Warriors as a potential upgrade at the 5. Vucevic is having a solid season, averaging 21.0 points and 9.8 rebounds. The Warriors could definitely use that kind of scoring and rebounding presence, especially with Draymond Green being undersized for the center position. The price for Vucevic seems to fluctuate, but if the Warriors can strike a deal without giving up too much, it could be a game-changer. Beyond these big names, we can't overlook secondary talents like Dante DiVincenzo, Matisse Thybulle, Kelly Olynyk, and Bruce Brown. These players could provide the depth and versatility this Warriors team desperately needs. DiVincenzo, a former Warrior, could be a great addition to the rotation, while Thybulle's defensive prowess can't be ignored. Olynyk's shooting could help space the floor, and Brown's championship experience adds valuable know-how. We need to talk about Brandon Podziemski. After that brutal sequence in our recent 143-133 loss to the Dallas Mavericks, I can feel the frustration bubbling up. In the fourth quarter, Podziemski had Luka Doncic on his heels. He faked him out, but then he hesitated to take the shot and got it blocked. That moment has fans questioning his confidence and decision-making. One fan even suggested, was last year just a fluke? I can't blame them for feeling that way. Podziemski missed all three of his fourth-quarter shots, finishing the game with just 3 points on 1 of 5 shooting. It's tough to watch someone we believed had so much potential struggle like this. Some fans are going so far as to say he should be sent to the G League. But I wonder, is that really the answer? Let's not forget the context. While Podziemski certainly made mistakes, the lack of movement from his teammates during that possession was glaring. They stood still, which didn't help his situation. It's easy to point fingers at him, but shouldn't the team collectively shoulder some of that blame? Head coach Steve Kerr, however, remains optimistic. He praised Podziemski in his post-game remarks, saying he had good stretches defensively when Steph Curry was out. That's a vote of confidence we need to acknowledge, though it has ruffled some feathers among the fan base. Kerr has also held Podziemski accountable in the past, particularly after the loss to the Denver Nuggets, emphasizing the need for better decision-making. So it's a mixed bag, support from the coach, but also constructive criticism. Let's look at the numbers. Podziemski is averaging 7.7 points, 4.6 rebounds, 3.4 assists, and under a steal per game this season. For a player who was once viewed as a potential gem with the 19th pick, those stats don't inspire confidence. With the recent trade for Dennis Schroeder, his role might be further diminished. Are we witnessing a shift from a promising talent to someone who's expendable? It's a tough pill to swallow for fans who were excited about his draft selection. Looking ahead, the Warriors face the Memphis Grizzlies next, and let's not forget that Podziemski had one of his better performances against them earlier this season. 11 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. This is a crucial moment for him. Can he rise to the occasion once again? Or will he continue to struggle? This matchup could be a defining moment in his season. Now, let's engage. Do you believe Podziemski can turn this around, or is it time for the Warriors to rethink their strategy regarding him? I'm honestly divided on this one. There's potential, but potential means nothing if it's not realized on the court. And what about the impact of this trade for Schroeder? Does it signal a shift in the Warriors' long-term vision? Are we gearing up for a more competitive push, or are we just treading water? I want to hear your thoughts on all of this. What do you think about Podziemski's current situation? Is it time to give him another chance, or look for other options? Let's keep this conversation going in the comments below. Share your expectations, frustrations, and hopes for the Warriors. I want to hear from all of you. Before you go, make sure to like this video, share it with your fellow Warriors fans, and subscribe to the channel for all the latest updates. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any essential news about our beloved Golden State Warriors.